name is Lizelle from Lizelle Loves Books, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about all the new releases that I think are worth putting on your radar. I'm just going to say I had an arc for all these new releases, and I'm just going to tell you my opinions on them. First of all, I'm going to talk about Hopeless, because it is Hopeless release day. It is the last book in the Chestnut Spring series. I can't believe it's the last book. I can't believe this is Bo's book. It's a bittersweet moment. And I know I already talked about Hopeless in my September end of the month wrap up, but I really couldn't go into detail on it because it hasn't released yet. But today is release day, and I can finally talk about it. So we follow Bo Eaton, who, if you have read Powerless, you know that he was in the army and he was missing in action for some time, and we follow Bo as he heads back to Chestnut Springs, and everybody treats him with kid gloves like he's about to explode, and everybody treats him like some war hero, and Bo did not like that. And the only solace he finds in this town is the local bar run by Bailey. Bailey is the only person who doesn't treat him like he's about to snap, who treats him regularly, who doesn't put him on this pedestal of being a hero. Eventually, Bo keeps coming back to this bar because he learns that Bailey closes the bar herself at night, and it is too dangerous for her to do that alone. To help Bo calm down his nerves, Bailey makes him chamomile tea. Bo and Bailey are from very different sides of the tracks in town. Bo is from a well-respected family in the Chestnut Springs small town community. He's from the Eaton clan, and everybody loves the Eatons. But Bailey is from the Jensen clan, and everybody looks down upon the Jensens because they are not good people like her brothers and her father are drunks. They go to prison all the time, and they make trouble for everyone in town. Bailey is guilty by association because of her last name. People look down upon her, and she cannot get a job because of her last name, and all Bailey wants to do is get a job, save enough money to leave the town of Chestnut Springs because she wants to go move to a place where people don't judge her solely because of her last name and don't think negatively of her. They get to talking, and Bo was like, why don't I give you a new last name? why don't you pretend to be married to me? That way you can use my last name, get a job so you can leave town. You can get the whole town and my family off my back because of their worries. So Bo and Bailey agreed to this fake engagement, but Bill and Bailey start to fall for each other, and they start to really develop feelings for each other. But it is a slow burn romance because Bill knows that all Bailey wants to do is leave and Chestnut Springs and go to college, and he doesn't want to stop her from doing that. And I really love Bo and Bailey's relationship. Bailey helps Bo deal PTSD from the war, from the time he got missing in action. She helps him process his feelings on that, and Bo helps Bailey realize what it's like to have someone put you first. And I really loved it, and I'm so sad that the series is over. It's bittersweet. The audiobook was great, by the way. Next we have Caught Up by Liz Tom Ford. We follow Kai Rhodes. We meet Kai in the right mood. He is a single dad, baseball player, romance. He's a very famous baseball player, and his organization and his baseball team help him raise his son and try to find nannies for his son, but every nanny they find, Kai turns down. And finally, his coach, Monty, says, "Look, I have the perfect nanny for you. My daughter, Miller. Miller is a famous pastry chef, but she's burnt out. She doesn't have any creativity left, so she spends the summer traveling with her dad and his baseball team. He asks his daughter to be the nanny for Kai, and because her dad asked, she volunteers to be the nanny, because that's what her dad wanted. But as soon as Kai sees Miller, he doesn't think the situation is going to work, because they had a situation when they first meet each other at the elevator where he saw her drinking at 9 a.m. and Kai said, "I don't think that's a good idea." But his coach Monty is not giving him a choice, and Monty is more than a coach to Kai. He's like a father figure. Kai and Miller are both in this situation reluctantly, but it puts Kai at ease when he sees his son's reaction to Miller, and Miller's perspective on Kai changes because she sees how good Kai is with his son, and because they're taking care of Kai's son together, they eventually develop feelings for each other. But Miller says it can't be anything more than physical because she had to go back to her career. I love the found family in this. I love that we got to see the previous characters. I love that they have family dinners every Sunday at Ryan Shay's house. I loved Kai's brother. I loved Monty. I loved every character in this book. Next we have The Good Game by Madison Fox. It's Madison's debut novel. The Good Game is the first book in her system series. I was really lucky to get an arc of this book. I'm part of Madison's arc team, and I know 2 other people that got the arc and really loved it as well. Christy from Christy's Bookish Life and Melissa from Book Bar. Basically, we follow the system, who is basically a streaming group. Blade, English, and Night, and they're at this streamer award show, and Stevie, our heroine, is at the awards as a waitress because she's doing a favor for her best friend, and nobody knows who the system are because every time the system goes out, Blade, English, and Night, they wear masks. And Stevie had a hot night with Blade. They get hot and heavy at the award show, but Blade and Stevie go their separate ways. Stevie is a rich girl. She's a painter, and she also likes gaming, but she likes more of the cozy games, like streaming games. She doesn't know anything about streaming until her best friend tells her what the system is all about. She goes back to her regular life, but she can't stop thinking about Blade. And they're one night together. One day she bumps into a car and she meets Alexander. Stevie, Alexander, and Blade are the same person, so it's the hidden identity trope, and it was very good. The writing was beautiful. I highlighted so many things on my Kindle, so if you're gonna read anything on release day, please read Good Game by Madison Fox. I'm so proud of her because I've been watching Madison since 2020, and I'm just really proud, and the book was amazing. Next we have Madame by Sarah Kate. It's the last book in the Salacious Players Club, and we follow Eden, who is a single mom who works at the Salacious Players Club as Madame Kemp, and she tries to keep her 2 worlds separate, but her two worlds crash when Emerson wants to give her like a shareholder position in Salacious Players Club. He wants to offer her a new job, and we follow Eden, and it's her son's birthday, and she takes him to an arcade at the movies, and she bumps into Clay, her previous submissive, and she's not seeing Clay anymore because Clay wanted more from Eden than she could give him, and Clay is there with his girlfriend Jade. Jade sees this tense atmosphere between Eden and Clay, and after they go home, she asks Clay, what was that all about? Like, I can see the tension between you two. Clay eventually admits to Jade that Eden was his previous girlfriend. They were in a mistress and submissive relationship where Clay was the submissive and Eden was the dominant. And Jade is very curious about Eden and the Simulations Players Club, and she goes to Eden asking her to mentor her because she wants to be a dominant for Clay. Eden says no because she is not doing this for herself. She's only doing this for Clay. And then, so Jade really thinks about this and goes back to Eden and says, no, I'm not doing this for Clay. I want to do this for myself. I want to become a more assertive person. Will you help me? And so she reluctantly agrees, and she teaches her how to be more dominant. And Clay is Eden because they're in a relationship, because Clay and Jade are in a relationship, plus Eden's son gets attached to Clay when he sees him at the arcade. So it's a menage romance between Clay, Eden, and Jade, and I liked it. It's not my favorite in the series. My favorite is still Praise, but it was a very good conclusion. With Obsession Falls by Killer Kingsley, I had the ALC. We follow Aubrey, who moves to telecom because she loses her job, and she gets a job at the local newspaper, and Josiah, who's in this grouchy carpenter mountain man hero. Aubrey moves next door to Josiah, and it's a Grumpy Sunshine romance. Aubrey tries to be very friendly to Josiah, and Josiah tries to stay away from her, but he can't deny a Sunshine personality. And when Aubrey moves to telecom, she feels like she is being watched, and like weird things start to happen. So while her and Josiah form a romantic relationship, they are also trying to figure out who is stalking her. I just wanted a little bit more from the romance, and I kind of guessed who the stalker was based on what a character said. But I thought it was a really good start to the series. Those were all the books that I read for this new releases video. I had arcs for. Please let me know which new release are you excited for. I would love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. That would mean the world to me. And I'll see ya Monday. Bye. Have a good weekend.